take a long rest as well, or is that later?
Yeah, no, you guys can all take a long rest. Also, when you level up, it should bring you up to full. We are recording. Um, Hello, everyone. And last time on Le Salon de Dragon, Witchlight, y'all finished up Loom Lurch and learned Will of the Feywild's dark secret, that he was, in fact, an Oni boy. He had been a servant of Scabatha Nightshade and was being punished and permanently turned into a little boy, and he scampered away with some secrets and a unicorn horn that he stole from her. Um, and decided to help the children of the Feywild who she had been stealing, literally. Um, when you returned all the kids to Little Oak, Elkhorn, the guy from Valor's Call, was there and helped protect them all and shepherd them, and is kind of like their big bearded babysitter now. And you all needed a way to your next realm, Yon. And lo and behold, the next morning, the inn at the end of the road showed up with its many feats. And Sue, the keeper, greeted you, saying that the inn has been exceptionally rambunctious lately, going around, and they've been picking up quite a few people. And you found that the bullywugs of Soggy Bottom have taken up residence here, along with Sir Talavar, the fairy dragon knight, having completed his quest to give the message to the Sealy court about what is happening in Prismere. Chucklehead, Croa, and D's of D's Nuts have taken up residence here in the inn. Octavian, the super emo bard, whose heart used to be a goat's heart, is here talking with Nib. You didn't hear from Nib last time, but I can fill you in. Essentially, the rogue that you all tricked into when you confronted the evil guy at the unicorns pool. He was the
Oh
guy
yeah,
you all strong armed into spilling his goddamn guts. He went to Nib's cave and pretty much took on his burden. So he stole all the gold from Nib, and now Nib is essentially free. But he still has some cool stuff with him, and he's got his he's just good at spinning now.
I'd hope so.
You would hope so.
that's so much practice.
Jingle Jangle's here. She and a little potted plant boy are hanging out, having fun. There's a red cap in the kitchen who used to work for Scabatha. No, Bavlorna, sorry. Who used to work for Bavlorna and is cooking it up back there. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I just have a generic red cap, but she helped Dunk learn how to cook a little bit more. And then, of course, we've got Agden Longscarf and Winterbow. Agden being the former head of the Harengon Brigands, and Winterbow the deserted centaur, the ancient wizened centaur. And they are playing checkers, game after game of checkers. So yeah, you guys are having a good time. You're playing music. I believe you all were playing music last time, which is great. I don't know why this is covered up, but there's like a back banquet hall there. Sue has some healing potions on sale. Jingle Jangle has an assortment of enchanted keys that she's brought that you can peruse. I would say like the Bullywugs might have some like interesting clothing that you can buy from them, but different people have different things. The goblins have an assortment of candies. So if you all want to buy anything from them, we could also retroactively do that. I have a couple of keys selected if you guys want to look at those, but besides that, I don't have a lot of like tables or lists pulled up for these shopkeepers. I was doing a lot of reading before this. But
yeah, I want to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to trade my useful iron key with one of Jingle Jangle's keys.
Okay, great. So Jingle Jangle is going to look at your key, and she's actually going to let you know that your key does have a property to it. It just hasn't worked out yet. So the useful iron key that you have actually has a 5% chance of unlocking a non-magical lock. So if you want to keep it for that reason, but it's a crapshoot. But she also has a number of other keys that you can take a look at. And I am going to share that with you now.
Ooh.
So
a wondrous item.
Yeah, this one's gonna cost quite a bit. I don't know if I want this second action, but ordinary looking brass key can lock doors, chests, and any locking mechanism with a keyhole. However, the key cannot unlock anything. An object that was locked by this key can still be unlocked with its original key. So I'm going to say this is a 3 trinket item, and it cannot do the arcane lock spell.
Boo.
There's also a key of the flood. This is a blue steel key with a drop for where you hold it. But if you use this on a door with a keyhole, the next time that is opened, essentially a wall of water busts out from the door. So there's a 15-foot cube of water on the other side of the door the next time it is opened. It's like a trap you can set for somebody. You use this key on the door, and then the next time
all wet.
Next time that it's opened, a big wall of water comes flooding out of that door. And then there is the key of the city. It's a pretty nondescript key that can be assigned to one non-magical door or chest permanently. So it's kind of like a one-time use skeleton key.
And you could choose anything?
Any non-magical, lock, essentially.
I might trade my useful iron key with that one.
Yeah, I think that's a good 1-to-1. Sure. You can use
It'll now be called useful skeleton key.
Sounds good. And just can permanently be assigned to one non-magical door or chest. Or locking mechanism, I guess. And if anyone wants to look up clothes, I think the Bullywugs would probably sell clothes, and then Nib would probably have just various general items. Again, if we want to do some research about that later, we can. Or if you guys want to buy more of those silly candies from the Gobos will be selling their treats.
I was gonna see if there are any fun hats that the Bullywug.
I will say this one for free because I remember this one. They've got a hat of vermin and a hat of disguise.
What is what is the hat of disguise? Is it self-explanatory? Like,
I think it casts disguise self once a day. Hat. Items. Hat of disguise. While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast the disguise self from it at will. The spell ends if the hat is removed.
What's the vermin hat?
The hat of vermin. This hat has 3 charges. While holding the hat, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and speak a command word that summons your choice of a bat, a frog, or a rat. The summoned creature magically appears in the hat and tries to get away from you as quickly as possible. The creature is neither friendly nor hostile and isn't under your control. It behaves as an ordinary creature of its kind and disappears after 1 hour or when it drops to 0 hit points. The hat regains all expended charges daily at dawn.
That sounds pretty useless, so perfect for Blake. I will take it. How much does it cost?
I'll make that 2 trinkets.
Can I negotiate?
Sure. Although Bullywugs regard you, you had been the one who had talked to them previous, right? So yeah, what is your negotiation tactic?
I think it was gonna be like a little do that, like walk away a little bit and then come back, be like, not quite interested. Have these. I'll kind of like stroke my horns a little bit and be like, I already have a pretty good gear here.
All right, roll a persuasion at advantage because you have a previous relationship with them as well.
I love Soggy Bottom, by the way.
Oh, natural 1. Oh wait, no, at advantage 21.
Oh,
nice job, Soggy Bottom. That was the name of where they came from.
So good.
So good. Yeah, they all like get that weird like desperation of wanting to impress you that nobles sometimes have when they feel like somebody is not impressed by them. So they're like, oh well, you're a friend, of course. So one trinket. What trinket do you give them?
I will. Let's see. I just have like Feywild trinket.
Right.
I have like
a generic Feywild trinket.
I started with like 5.
Why don't you roll a D100 and we'll find out what it is.
Okay.
$58. You give them a tiny beehive wig made for sprites or pixies.
That's perfect for them. They'd love it.
They put it on their finger, and they're like, I have a little finger puppet. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Oh, my name is Earl of Stinkwater. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you have a title. Congratulations.
Love that title.
Pretty impressive.
Very good, very good. All right, well, if that is the end, it's a lot harder finding tables of specific magical items. There's not a lot of like key related or like magical clothing, just random tables out there. I might have found a niche that I should fill. Because, 5e is so popular. There's a new version. It's all the same. What am I talking about? Great. Is there any other business you would all like to conduct with this motley crew before you go to bed? All right. The red cap gives Juniper the leftover scraps from the evening, and she chomps on them in the corner. I'm going to say that Juniper goes over to this corner of the inn, and like over here, and topples over one of these potted plants, and like kind of like makes a little broken plant nest with the dirt and the plants. And Sue comes over and is like, well, okay, and then, Druid crafts a little bit more plants kind of like growing, so they're make a little canopy for her, so she has her little plant nest going on in the corner of the inn. Great. Well, through the night, you feel the swaying of the inn as it walks through the land, and everyone has a good night's sleep. Let's talk about dreams. What are some dreams that everybody has here in the inn? You guys, you're nearly halfway through. I think only Jimmy's character, Lazuli, needs their item, right?
Yeah, were we just all getting one? Is that what was happening?
No, I'm saying that your lost item for the next
excuse me.
hag.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some dreams that we have?
I'd say Poppy Seed has a dream where she's like in the forest where she lives, and she's woken by plants whispering to her.
Oh yeah.
Because like she just got the ability to speak with plants.
Oh.
She's so happy.
That's cute.
I like that.
I will say that towards the end of your dream, some of the plants grow very sharp thorns, and the thorns are very white. And you feel like there's a shift in tone, and they like crawl up to your neck, and like the thorns like begin to go into your neck, but you wake up in time. It's a little disconcerting. It was a nice... You fall back asleep fairly easily, but it's a little disconcerting. Anybody else have a dream?
Blink has a dream... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Blink just has a dream of walking through a field of flowers.
Oh, cute.
With that little anxiety of expecting them to wilt and wither in his presence, but just enjoys this pleasant dream of them not, and smelling them and kind of feeling them as he goes, and just enjoying a stroll in the sunshine.
Oh, that's really nice. You have a companion in this dream. It's a chicken with a headscarf. And there's a great big wart on the end of its beak. And it's like patting your arm reassuredly as you're walking through. You feel comforted by this.
I pat it on the head.
What does it mean?
It doesn't look like it likes that very much, and like kind of pecks at your hand when you like condescendingly pat it on the head. But it does reach into its basket and gives you an apple.
Okay.
It's a very shiny red apple.
Rub it on the shirt, take a bite.
Yeah, it's good. It's tasty. Crispy. Candy. Leslie, you said you had something?
Oh, the feet on the thing we're on kind of freak Leslie out.
Sure.
So I feel like he has sort of I'm like looking at him on this map, and I'm just like
some big old feetsies.
So I feel like maybe the dream is like he's trying to escape, but like the floor is just like upside down, giant, like a ton of giant feet.
Sure. Yeah, I would say that as you're running along these giant feet, you see that there is a floating castle in front of you, and you're like, "That's where I need to get to." It's got a white spire and a blue stained glass window in the spire, but it looks like that's the place you want to get to.
Looks like they probably never even heard of a foot before.
This place, this floating this floating castle place that looks maybe kind of like this.
Ooh
Ooh.
la la. So
Uh-huh.
And you're trying to get there.
So good. Okay.
And then finally, Your Majesty, what dreams may come.
Violet has a dream that she's back in the funhouse mirror room in the Witchlight Carnival. But each reflection she sees is a different version of herself. So one is her changeling form, one is her Violet human form, one is her as a child, one is, every other form that she's kind of taken throughout her life.
Yeah. Let's see. What mystery can I drop into there? That's already kind of disconcerting as it is. I'll say one of them is Zybilna. And she is like pounding on the window, and the window is frosted with ice.
Do I see the details of what she looks like, or just kind of a figure behind frosted?
You know it's Zybilna. Roll a what's it called? Perception check. And it's a dream, so make it at disadvantage. 13.
13.
There's something on her cheek. You can't make it out, but there's something on her cheek.
Oh, is it look like it maybe could be like a little pitchfork symbol?
There's a mark on her cheek. It's hard to say.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Great. You all wake up. There is breakfast stew waiting for you. Any of you vegetarians? Dylan, I feel like you're a vegetarian. Yeah. Yours is like root vegetable stew. Yeah. But it's a hearty stew with a cracked egg on top. But the yolk is green. Ooh.
Ooh.
Because it's the Feywild.
What color's ham?
The regular ham colored.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hazelwood eggs, my favorite.
Do you eat eggs, Poppy?
Basilwood.
Oh, basilwood.
It's from a tree.
Yeah. Not eggplant. No. Basilwood.
That's disgusting. I'm not a sick fuck. You're sick in the head for even suggesting eggplant.
God damn it, God. How dare you? No, that's fair. Yeah, and Sue says, I don't know where the inn tends to take us, but it tends to take us where we need to go. So maybe just take a peek outside and see if it's taken us anywhere useful over the evening.
I've learned to go with it at this point.
Yeah, that's good. Choo-choo on rails.
Well, Poppy's kind of just like aimlessly floated for most of her life.
That's true too. Yeah. No, that's very good. Who looks out the window?
I will.
All right, you go to the window and you part the shade.
But does she go to the walls?
Well, if she did, she'd have to crawl. You part the shade, and what greets you outside is fairly stark in contrast to where you just came from. The twilight, or the midday of the of thither, with its trees and clear skies, has been replaced by a stormy landscape. Rocky peaks, thunderclouds, and howling winds greet your eyes. You can see along the peaks there are narrow ledges and footpaths. It's kind of a scarier place. It is nighttime. Let's see here.
Maybe it's just scary because it's nighttime.
It's probably just that.
Yeah, maybe it'll perk up in the morning.
There we go. And you have found yourself in Yawn. Now I have to go to Yawn.
Did you guys send me that thing?
What thing?
The invite.
Oh, no, we've been playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, sorry.
Is there an invite?
I'm sure there's a tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Ta-da! Yawn. And what you see is like these craggy peaks. You also see at the top of several peaks large brass lightning rods, and every now and again lightning hits these rods. And at the top of this particular rod that you see there's a moon, a big brass moon on top of
But
there.
is there a brass monkey?
There's no brass monkey, unfortunately. We all wish it was. But yeah, here you are. Damien, I don't know if we've explained the map exploration system that we have to you.
No, I don't think so.
So when you reach a new land, I've laid this map out in a hexagonal configuration, and you all can choose to explore any segment that's connected to the hex you're in. I'm going to say that you came from the south, so I don't know if you necessarily need to go there. But you'll hit a tile and explore around, and there may be random things that happen on that tile, or you're trying to get to a specific spot. But as you all exit the inn, you find that you stand on a path that wends between rocky crags on a mountainside. The sky is dark and full of rolling thunder clouds. You are greeted by a howling wind. For a second, lightning splits the sky, striking nearby mountaintops and illuminating a distant pinnacle of rock that has a foreboding castle carved out of it.
Ooh.
And I will reveal that castle now.
Should we be traveling at night?
You do know that here in Prismere, the lands... There is the castle. The lands that you're in are in perpetual time lock. So the previous was midday, the first was morning, and now you are in evening. So, there you go.
Well, that castle certainly looks foreboding.
Say that again.
Let's go every way but that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Lay it lay. What's
Can
that?
we backtrack to discover the parts of the map that we didn't, you know what I mean?
Do you want to just go back to thither and just kind of hang out for a minute?
Pop back.
You don't know exactly how you got here, considering you traveled by inn overnight. but I will reveal this for you. I can reveal the bottom part of the map. That doesn't matter.
Jane's like, don't go back. That's annoying.
No, you can try. You'll just get lost, and I'll probably just put you right back where you were.
Thanks.
There you go. So big, weird, stony outcroppings and a lightning rod. How do you all want?
Water.
Yeah. So you do see a pool in front of you. But how do you all see you'd like to proceed? Like just start walking?
Do we have a night swim or what?
I think Poppy should decide with her new sense of direction.
Yeah.
I'd love to investigate the water.
All right. As you go down towards the water, you see along the path 2 figures standing on an outcropping of rock, outlined against the stormy sky. One is a slender female elf wearing a crescent moon mask, and the other is a 3-foot-tall dandelion with a small rapier strapped to its stem. There is a honeybee the size of an orange buzzing around the dandelion's bright yellow head. The elf is the first to notice you. As she points in your direction, the dandelion draws its rapier and assumes a defensive pose, like one of these. You know.
Poppy waves her arm like, hello, as she speaks with plants.
The honeybee buzzes more loudly as it flies and circles around the 2 of them. You cast Speak with Plants.
Yeah.
And what do you say?
We come in peace. I'm so happy to be speaking with you.
You hear back in Plant, what business have you here in yon? And who am I addressing?
Know what business we have.
What's that?
Oh, I'm relaying the information you're telling me to my friends.
Of course. I do speak common as well.
Oh, damn it. I use a spell slot.
Yes,
I'm speaking in Plant just to get the mileage, if you don't mind.
Not at all. By the sound of your canter, I seem to trust you implicitly immediately.
Is it because I'm a bug? It's because I'm a bug, huh?
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. You being a plant doesn't hurt.
He says something to the bee buzzing around his head and calls back, and the rest of you hear him say, Gleam, they seem to be friends. And they all approach you. He says,
Pretty cool, guys.
Greetings! I am Amador.
He spoke common this whole time?
No, just after.
No, I mean, he just addressed us in common.
Yeah.
Poppy, you didn't have to speak with him in Plant. He spoke common the whole time.
I really wanted mileage out of the spell because I cast it before I knew.
And anyone.
Plant is like really good sounding language. It's all like.
He does a deep bow with a flourish and says, the plants are noble people, but your efforts in putting me at ease have succeeded. And you have my thanks for meeting me where I am. For I am Amador the Dandelion, and this is my queen, Pollinella.
We have a queen as well, of the Witchlight.
All 3 of them look at you, and Amador says, my liege, and goes down on his knee. And
I am the Earl of Stinkwater.
Gleam also curtsies, and the bee comes over to you, Violet, and gives like a little bee flying head nod kind of a thing, like recognizing royalty.
That's so cute.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
She gets a little in like like
Oh no, cute in like a very mature, fearsome way. Like, hey girl, you're cute.
make a persuasion check.
Oh.
Yeah, 14's pretty good.
Was it?
She kind of does a back and forth. And Amador pipes up saying, my lady has few peers, but recognizes your station. And she welcomes you to the land of Yon.
Our queen also welcomes you to the land of Yon, even though you were already here. But we feel welcome and we appreciate the welcome, you know?
Indeed. Unfortunately, the land of Yon is not itself welcoming. Of course, these lands are besieged by the scourge known as Endelin Moongrave.
And the scourge of that smile.
And as he says Endelin Moongrave, there's a clash of lightning behind him very dramatically.
And some horses go.
There are no horses nearby.
This
I
is
make
maybe our
I
owlbear.
do a little horse noise. Blink does a little horse noise.
There you go. And Juniper the owlbear also makes a horse noise, even though she's an
We
owlbear.
need to find a new stake tree because it's a new day. The owlbear needs food.
Oh, there's water. She could eat some fish, perhaps.
Ah, yes. The pool here has several types of trout. Rainbow?
Would you mind if our owlbear had her dinner? Or, yeah, because it's night.
It's always dinner in Yon.
I don't know. It's dessert when we're with you.
Now you're just trying to butter me up.
I'm just so happy to be speaking in plant.
When he talks to you, he does speak in plant. But yeah, they lead you down to the water, and allow Juniper to start frolicking and
What's the water like, Dane?
hunting. Pretty still. It's reflective of the sky. There's
But does it sparkle?
it reflects the near constant lightning crashes. It's not like too thunderous, but it's just thunderous enough to be dramatic, right?
And it's not raining, for the record, right?
It is not raining, no.
Okay.
Good.
Somebody give me actually everybody give me perception checks, please.
What are some other kinds of trout in the water besides rainbow trout?
Patchwork trout,
Okay.
and clockwork trout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, there we go,
For
Poppy.
violets.
So, as you guys are walking down to the water, Violet, you notice that with each clash of, well, for one, everybody notices there's no moon. It is a moonless sky. There's quite a bit of cloud cover, but the sky is moonless. But with each clash of lightning, Gleam, it doesn't seem to cast a shadow from the bright light that is emanates from these lightning clashes.
Hey, guys. Do you think that handsome vampire lives in Yon? Because, you know, there's no sunlight.
Oh my gosh, he would love it here.
She looks in the reflection and she's like,
There are no vampires in yon that I know of, but
oh, fiddlesticks.
I am just here rescuing my queen, Pollyanna, from the evil clutches of the beekeeping cyclops. And I was able to, wasn't I, my liege? And the bee...
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. The bee is Pollinella.
Correct, yes. I
So-
am Amador, the dandelion.
And this person in the moon mask is Gleam.
That is correct.
What's your story, Gleam?
Oh, I was trapped by Endlin with my sister. What's her name?
Glisten?
That's right. Actually, I think it is. Hold on a second.
Whoa.
Rewatch.
It's because Emily's a doctor.
Exactly right.
There's a lot of info for these guys. Give me a second. Gleam. Oh, it's Glister, actually. That was close.
Close enough.
We were acrobats in the Witchlight Carnival, but let's see here. Mass figures Gleam, a high elf acrobat from the Witchlight Carnival. Whenever lightning flashes across the dark sky, it's easy to see that Gleam casts no shadow. Yes, they found themselves here, but Endlin Moongrave has her sister still kept in the castle. Gleam has a mask on and explains that Endlin believes that her demise will fall at a eclipse, and because there's no moon here, she believes the eclipse will be that of symbolic significance. So anything that is a moon or a sun, she tries to separate completely. And Gleam here has a moon mask, and her sister has a sun mask.
Oh. I mean,
She took my shadow using a pair of magic scissors. She holds my sister hostage under the rules of conduct, saying that she is her guest and can never leave.
Why do I feel like we've encountered magic scissors? We've encountered magic thread, haven't we?
You have magic thread?
I don't think we'd still have the magic thread. Sorry.
That's okay. Hopefully with the help of Amador here, I'll be able to rescue my sister. That's right. Pollyanna and I have decided to come to poor Gleam's cause. We travel to Motherhorn to free her sister from the evil clutches of the hag. Do you guys want me to... Hey, thanks. You guys want me to just run down all the info here? Because there's a lot of
if you could tell us all the
bullet
info
points.
about that would be great.
All right. Here we go. Damien, you ready with the notes?
I got my pen. Yep.
Yeah, you do. All right.
Keep up.
So Amador is on the run after freeing Pollyanna, who's a queen bee, from the Cyclops beekeeper. The two of them crossed paths with Gleam, and after hearing the elves' sorry tale, Amador resolved to help her.
Aw.
Endelyn Moongrave snipped off Gleam's shadow using a pair of magic scissors and has imprisoned her twin sister, Glister. The rule of hospitality prevents the hag from harming Glister, but Gleam can sense her sister's distress. The twins work as an acrobatic duo, and they used to be the star performers in the Witchlight Carnival. Gleam wants to free her sister and find a way back to the carnival. She mentions something about using the help of the Fey beacons. Endelyn believes her own demise will occur during an eclipse. Because there is no moon in the sky over yon, the hag assumes the eclipse will be a symbolic display rather than a literal one. Since the Celadalian twins, oh boy, are the living embodiment of the moon and sun, the hag decided to separate the elf sisters, releasing one while keeping the other as her quote-unquote guest. By keeping the twins apart, the hag hopes to forestall her doom. Let's see here. She also... Oh, yeah. So she asks if you guys are willing to help her.
I will do a little flick of my wrist and make a business card appear, a little wooden business card. Introduce myself as Blink Bramble, Carnival Talent Scout, not the Witchlight Carnival, but happy to help and would love to have you as a client as well. I've heard good things about your acrobatic performance.
When you do this, Amador immediately goes into his defensive stance as you've startled him with the quick movement. But seeing that you're just, glad-handing, he slowly and cautiously puts his weapon away. I forgot to look up Amador. Hold on a second. Amador the Dandelion and Polynella. Here they are.
Oh, that's cute.
Bum, ba-da-bum.
Oh, I love them.
Polynella is adorable.
Yeah, Polynella.
So plump.
The size of an orange, I guess.
I love
She says, well, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light sure didn't do a great job at protecting us. Perhaps we'll have better luck at your carnival.
Aww.
But
Perhaps we welcome all and would love to have your talents.
and
Dane, can I ask a
Hmm.
question?
yeah, go ahead.
So the cat, at the Witchlight Carnival that lost her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
did we get her back?
Yeah, you did. Star the...
We sent her through a portal or a fairy
Mhm.
ring.
Did we send her through a portal?
I don't
Yeah.
know if you... Did you?
I thought that we sent her home. And that was like the whole... That's what I remember.
There was fairy rings. I don't remember if you guys... Were you guys able to do it? I can't remember.
Well, what did we do then?
We didn't do anything.
I think she's still with
Send her
the
back.
getaway gang.
Oh.
You
I could have
had...
sworn that we TC'd the situation with the cat
What does TC mean?
taken care of.
Oh. Really,
Maybe we
TC...
should send a note to the guy who saved the children. What was his name?
Elkhorn.
Elkhorn, just to be like, hey, can you help us get this kitty home?
I feel like if we fucked up, we as characters wouldn't have fucked that up, even if.
Do you guys want to have
did fuck that
asked
up.
Will of the Feywild to try using Oni magic to get that cat back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Great. It's done.
Okay, I just
Star-
wanted to square that
Star
away.
is back
And
with her
so-
mom.
And the one child we are missing is the goblin child,
Correct.
Yeah.
who is with Scabatha. Okay,
Correct.
cool.
The goblin child is with Scabatha?
Correct. She scooped up the kid before
Oh.
disappearing.
Boy, we have a big to-do list, huh?
I'm trying to keep track. I'm like, wait. All the children got home, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's defeat the hags, get your stuff back, and free Zybilna. A lot of these things kind of hinge on that. De-seating the hags from power and
raise up a vampire, but
maybe
For a later day.
maybe who knows? Yeah.
This is totally random, but one time when we were in What's-Her-Face's place, Bavlorna's, we found a marionette with half a moon and half a sun face. Does that mean anything to you?
Let's
That's really
see.
Like, what the fuck? That was like 5 months ago.
Yeah. Well remembered. Everybody get a point of inspiration for remembering
For
that.
Emily being a doctor.
No, it's that I have like 5 notes on my Google Doc, and that's one of them.
Oh, slay.
I think this is probably where Gleam will mention that, like, Endelyn is just obsessed with moon and sun iconography, and that Bavlorna probably stole it from her sister and was just hiding it.
Mm.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Well, if it is Endelyn's, she may want it back, so it may provide some sort of leverage.
We could trade it for your sister.
Oh, my sister is worth much more than a doll.
Oh, well, I don't know the sentimental value of the doll.
That is a good point. I shouldn't have assumed that the doll was worth nothing.
No, I mean, who knows?
Who knows? No, that's good. That's a good point. Who doesn't?
But it might ingratiate us a little bit, so we'll just keep it on hand.
Do you all agree to help me find my sister then?
I mean, yeah.
We would do our best, yeah.
Well, good, because I have more bullet points that I can share with you now that you've agreed to this.
Okay, and you guys are going to lead us to the Palace of Heart's Desire, right? Wait, is that place?
With that, Polynella lands on Amador's head, and he like brings his sword like close to his chest, and he says, "Where did you hear that name?"
Say your mom's house. Do it.
Your mom's house.
My mother was a dandelion of the Feywild.
Sorry.
She had no home but the land itself.
That's what I meant. I heard it, from the land, like here and there.
Hmm.
There, on the wind.
Regardless, this matters not at the end of the day. But yes, I, Amador, the dandelion, do know the way to the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Which is not that place.
No.
Nope.
Across the mountainous terrain lies Motherhorn, the lair of the insidious Endelyn Moongrave.
Moongrave is such a badass name, by the way. Like, real good.
Yes, I agree. It's fairly badass, but she is no,
Moongrave?
she is a no good Nick. She is a bad and a bit of an ass, but not a badass.
An ass bad.
She's an ass bad, one would say. Thank you, young Harrington.
Anytime.
Well, anyway, I've got stuff to say now, so listen up. She shares with you that the mountains are home to a clan of Corrids. Korreds, that are stout fey creatures whose hair has the strength of iron.
Whoa.
The Korreds gather and dance at Lochbury Henge.
Berries are delicious.
She says that the Korreds might be good allies to align with and may be able to help you against Endelin. She also shares with you that an elf prince has made a bargain with Endelin and now finds himself trapped in Yon. He's at the Fey Beacons searching for a way home. And this is where I would have tied it in with Matt's character because he lost his brother, but Matt's too busy for us.
We can still find his brother for him.
Yeah, we'll find his brother for him.
Okay, but how is he doing?
Matt Sherman?
Yeah.
He's doing great. We hung out the week, like 2 days after New Year's. I went over and spent the day with him and his kids. It was lovely. But yeah, I mean, he's just working hard and doing his dad thing, and they like redid their backyard and it's beautiful, and he did it all himself because he's Matt. So but one day he'll have time for D&D again. One hopes. But yeah, I mean, he's still on Messenger, so if y'all want to reach out to him, I'm sure he'd love to hear from you. She also explains that Hurley, a bugbear, made a bargain with Endelin and is quite unhappy with how things played out. Now he's forced to perform in her morbid theater. Like Gleam, Hurley used to work for Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, though Gleam and her sibling had already left the carnival by the time Hurley and his brother Burley arrived. Hurley is eager to see his brother again, and she'd like to help him if she can. All right? So you guys all remember Burley. He had a pumpkin hat at the carnival, and he kind of helped you guys out getting to Prismeer. I will show so that you guys remember, and also so Damien can see. Here's our boy, Burley. He has a pet squirrel, I guess. I don't remember that, but
I did not think we were going to see this character again.
well, we're gonna see his brother,
Brother.
Hurley and Burley.
Brother's a performer.
That's right. Great. So you know where Motherhorn is, and Amador can guide you through the land of Yon. He is your guide. Probably be by foot. You have Korreds that you can connect with. There's an elf prince that needs help. But it's all happening at
An elf prince? Where'd this guy come from?
Elf Prince
Elf Town.
made a bargain with Endelin and now finds himself trapped in Yon. And he's at the Fey Beacons, searching for a way home. There you go. Yeah. Where would you guys like to go? Should we give Damien the option of moving us first, since he has not yet moved the marker? Damien, you may move the marker where you wish to explore.
This wreath?
Yeah, you can. That wreath represents your party, and you can move it to whichever spot.
Do we know which general direction those Korreds are?
They are at They gather and dance at Lockbury Henge, but they don't know which direct. There's a lot of mist. It's hard to see too far, except for Motherhorn, which you can see from anywhere.
Okay. Then maybe we just go due north.
All right. Due north. You skirt along the edge of the pool, and you begin your way through the treacherous mountainsides. Damien, would you roll a d8 for me, please? And what did you roll? A 4. Okay, great. As you are walking along, and Amador is kind of like speaking with Pollyanna. What's her name? How do you say it?
Paulinella.
Polynella. They're kind of like nuzzling on each other and being super cute. You all get a distinct feeling that they are more than friends.
Ooh.
Oh ho!
Ho ho! You see a kite, and you see it whipping around in the wind first. It's coming from beyond a bend. Who has the highest passive perception?
I think me.
Yeah, 12 now for me.
Oh, cool.
13.
13.
Maybe.
13 as well.
Yeah, 13.
And yours is pretty low, I think, Violet, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
mine's like no.
Yeah. So, Poppy and Blink, you both hear cackling on the wind.
I hear a cackling.
And as this kite is flipping around, you're walking along, and you can see there's a grinning face on this kite. And as you are coming around the bend, you see that the string that is connected to this kite has a number of blue ribbon bows tied to the string. And as you are continuing along the path, you see that the string is in fact being held by a small goblin child.
We have advantage against goblins, by the way.
You have advantage on like talking with. Yeah, if you drop the name of those goblins, yeah, I remember. This little goblin girl is very unhappy. She has a distinct grimace on her face, and her clothes seem tattered. Her face is somewhat pale for a goblin, so kind of the pea soup green rather than the robust Kelly green of a healthy goblin. She's got bags under her eyes, and for a young goblin girl, that those bags shouldn't be nearly as loaded as they are.
Oh, maybe it's the goblin child. The one we're missing.
You see that there are 5 blue bows on this string, and as you approach her, she looks at you, and as if possessed, she says, "My arms are so very sore. I don't want to fly this kite anymore. But if I let go this string, Creeping Lynn says I'll become an old thing. The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't come off while the wind blows." And she just silent tears start coming down her face.
This is certainly the least whimsical of the 3 lands. I gotta say that right.
You hear the cackling of the kite.
What? 5? She said 5 bows?
Yeah, there's 5 blue ribbon bows on the string of her kite.
So we just have to untie them?
Should we fight the kite? Beat up the kite.
Yeah, kite fight.
Okay, if she's not a kite to fly, she's probably free.
I mean, I'd say maybe fly up there and see if you can just untie the bows, but I don't want them to hurt you. I could just Eldritch blast them.
She doesn't seem to be responding to any of these things. She's just looking miserable.
I'm gonna fly up and maybe untie one bow.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Be
So-
careful.
You fly up. Make a strength check at disadvantage as the wind blusters around you. I'm going to say anything but a natural 20, you're probably going to get blown away.
Let's just see.
Gonna get that.
Unnatural 20. That's pretty
Oh,
close. Unnatural 20.
Got so excited. For
You
a
get
second.
so close, Poppy. You get up there and you feel this big gust, and you feel the direction. You feel the direction of the wind. You feel the direction of the wind, and you're like, this is the first time I've consciously understood where something is coming from, and I know where I need to go. And your fingers just brush up against the end of one of these ribbons, and the kite cackles and veers to the side and does not allow you to grab it.
I'll keep trying.
Every time you try, it gets harder and harder as you become more and more fatigued by the strong winds blowing.
Damn.
Would mage hand get around the strong winds, maybe? Because it's magic.
It is magic.
So
Let me
maybe it's
see.
not affected by wind.
Give me an Arcana check.
I have web as well.
24.
24. So you feel as if this kite is willfully moving around so that this kind of thing won't happen. With that check, you think that it would be pretty difficult to use a mage hand similar to, just because it's moving around so much. And that with that Arcana check, you see that there is a probable correlation between the cackling and the wind.
Ooh, does anyone have the spell silence?
Ooh. No, but I now have dispel magic.
Try that shit.
I could try.
You want to try Dispel
Yeah.
Magic?
I'm gonna.
What level is that?
It's a level 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. So explain how you want to do this. You just cast it at the kite?
Wait, can I cast guidance on her to give her a boost?
I think Dispel Magic just happens, right?
I'll tell you.
I don't know if she needs to roll anything.
It probably, yeah.
Yeah, so she's not actually rolling anything for this, but you're casting
Okay.
Dispel Magic on the kite?
Well, it's depends on what level. If there's a 4th level or higher, make an ability
Sure.
check.
It is not 4th level or higher.
Right.
What ends up happening is I'll say that the cackling continues, but the wind abates to the point where the kite starts drifting down. Now, I'd like everybody to give me dexterity checks to try and grab one of the ribbons. I'm going to say that it's a difficulty 15. Oh,
Guidance.
shit.
Guidance, maybe?
That would be a guidance. Yes.
Oh shit. I'm gonna cast guidance on you real quick.
On who?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Violet.
Okay.
They already passed, or on yourself.
Okay. So add a D4 to whatever you roll.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! Okay. 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry, Blink. You rolled a save rather than a check. Would you go ahead and just re-roll that for me with just the dexterity rather than the save? Only because the dexterity save is a +6 rather than a. There you go.
Nice
Then a
job.
+4. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 1, 2, 3. You guys are able to coordinated like you've never been before. You're like hopping and grabbing, and Violet, like with a little tap from Poppy, like a freaking computer, like targeting computer in your vision. But it's like a wreath of leaves, I guess, because of nature. Like like centers in. And as you reach, a tiny little vine pops out of your sleeve and grabs on and helps you out. But yeah, you guys get 4 of the 5 ribbons.
Nice.
I'm very good with accessories, bows, scrunchies, bobby pins.
And as you are all untying these things, the cackling strengthens and the wind begins to howl once again.
So we have to try to get one more bow.
4 out of 5 ain't bad. She did say, "My arms are so sore. I don't want to fly this kite anymore. But if I let go of the string, Creeping Lynn says I will become an old thing. The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't come off while the wind blows."
Yeah.
Now, you do know that the kite is like sentient and animated. So if you do want to try and attack it, that is an option as well.
I feel like maybe I'm like, all right, listen. I'll set up. I'll put my sights on it, and if something goes funny, I'll let it loose.
Go for it.
But like, if it turns on us, is what I mean.
Right. So like, try to get the 5th bow off real quick, but if it turns,
Yeah.
just gonna shoot him good.
Pew pew.
Well, can we try to get the 5th bow off?
I think
Could
so.
have
Yeah.
Moby do a little climb up the kite string and snatch it off. Unseen servant.
I gotta look something up real quick. Hold on.
Because I guess the winds come back, but I have dispelled some of the magic. You guys, I can dispel magic now. It's pretty exciting.
I love
Pretty
it.
good. I have Thorn Whip. I can do that to lasso a bow, but
Okay.
Or I'll just blast this kite out of the
I
air.
have the kite's stats, so if you do want to attack it, you can do that. But you want to what is the last attempt or the next attempt?
I mean, if we don't see another way to get that 5th bow off, then let's just all blast it.
Everybody wants to try and maybe blast it at the same time.
I'm gonna Thorn Whip to try to get the bow.
Okay.
You're going straight for the bow.
Yeah.
Great. 15 doesn't hit. It dodges out of your way. Your thorn whip falls to the side. If everybody else wants to give me an attack roll with a ranged attack.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to blast it.
You gotta blast it.
You got to blast it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm rolling hot tonight.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, Shit.
So we got 4 damage on the kite. Anybody else have an attack?
4 4.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage for that short bow there, Jimothy.
If sneak attack counts, I don't know.
It does not.
We got 11. Then.
But with the 4 plus 11, you're up to 15 points of damage. Do you have any ranged attacks there, Blink?
I guess vicious mockery.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Can you
I did.
cast quick damage on a kite?
Oh, Blink is wisdom save. I see. Let me see what this says about wisdom saves for animated objects. Oh,
Oh,
it's intelligence and wisdom are 3.
So not good.
I think I think it's hilarious that insulting the kite is what brings it down. What is your insult on the kite?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like, let's go fly a kite, you old windbag.
So an arrow pierces it right in the mouth and like goes through its mouth, so it closes its kite mouth up, and then the eldritch blast like kind of like lights the edges of it on fire a little bit, so it's smoldering up there, and then you just the piece de resistance, and what needed to happen is it needed to have enough damage to like bring it to 0, or else it would have retaliated. And with that last 4 psychic damage, its weird kite eyes roll up into its head, and it falls to the ground, mute and inert, and you're able to untie the last bow. And she says, "Oh, finally! Thank you so much. My parents, they work at Motherhorn, and I got in trouble for stealing theater props. Yeah, she said I could live as long as I flew this kite for her. Thank you for not yanking it out of my hand. For each bow that was on there, I would have aged 10 years.
that's horrifying.
I could have been
That would have been cool.
I could have been a old prune lady. You guys are really nice." And she digs into her pocket. Somebody roll a D100 for me.
Who wants to do it?
We can do it.
79. She brings out a wooden magnifying glass missing its lens, and she says, "I got this from the props department."
Oh boy.
Endlin really loves plays and shit. So, anyway, thanks. I'm gonna go find my kin, I guess.
Is this the goblin child we were trying to save?
I am not the goblin child you're trying to save. Oh, you're looking for another goblin kid. There's a new girl at the theater.
Oh.
Endelin's sister brought her over. I think her sister's still there, actually.
Oh no, the sisters are together?
Yeah, she came in really pissed off, and
Uh-oh.
well, anyway, see you around.
Okay, tell your goblin friends that we're here, but nobody else, just the goblins.
You got it.
All right, and drop the name that we're supposed to drop so you know we're chill.
Okay.
Thank you. Also, if
Who
you
did
had
we
an ace,
send letters to? And what did we
it would have been a
say?
spoon lady. That's no okay.
She's
said
there. She's in there.
We said Scabatha was gonna betray her sisters, right?
Yeah, but now if they're together, they might be clarifying that a little bit.
I really
Yes,
thought that was gonna work.
I know this might throw a wrench in that plan, you guys.
Well, I mean, they don't know it was us.
Yeah, we don't. Whatever. It's not our problem right now. I'm just, we'll think about that for later. Who needs this trinket? Blink, how many trinkets do you have?
I believe I have 6.
It's a lot
you're
of
well.
fucking trinkets. Where did I give you all those trinkets?
I don't know.
Damn. You want to roll 6 D100s and find out what your trinkets are?
Sure.
Get this man some trinkets.
Let's get this man some fucking trinkets.
I thought he had like one. I was
Yeah,
gonna be like,
same.
but just kidding. Who wants this trinket? Who has the fewest?
I'm good. I'm
Laz,
lousy with trinkets.
how many trinkets do you got, Laz?
4?
Give it to Lasley.
Laz, you take this.
You get a wooden magnifying glass without its lens.
Beautiful.
Okay, Blink. I said 6 D100s.
Roll. That was actually the old one.
Yeah. All right. 30.
Should we say that the owl bear digged these out of the water for you?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I like it.
In the juniper in fishing found a bunch of trinkets for you.
Yeah,
One
she
is
just
a-
left it
The
right
scene
in front of you.
Forrest Gump, like the first fishing scene in Forrest Gump.
That's
like
right.
The net comes.
Yeah.
One is a pixie plushie that sings when you squeeze it.
Oh, that's a hot item.
Ooh.
You have a tiny wooden box containing a croquet set sized for pixies and sprites.
Okay.
You have a black executioner's hood sized for a pixie or sprite.
Not a pixie trinket.
Yeah, a lot of pixie trinkets.
All right.
Maybe a whole family of pixies died in that lake.
Could be.
You have a wax candle that roars and crackles like a bonfire while lit.
For pixies. I'm just kidding.
No, not this one. You have a wooden jigsaw puzzle piece as big as a saucer with a painted image of a jug on it. And last but not least, a pendant that shows the phases of the moon.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's
okay.
random, y'all. I didn't even plan that. That's what 12 is in the book, okay?
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's fucking sick as hell.
Some rad trinket shit.
That's a fucking awesome
Can we take a
trinket
potty
shit.
break?
Actually, my shoulder really, really hurts. So I think I'm going to end tonight real early, guys. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I love you all very
Sorry about
much.
your shoulder.
But
Okay.
I'm having shooting pains up my neck. So I'm going to go and take some more ibuprofen. But yeah. Welcome to Yawn, y'all. Yawn, y'all. But have a good week, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Dane.
Hope you
Hope you
feel better,
feel
Dane.
better.
Thanks, guys.
Better.
Bye.
Bye.